You're listening to Backchat. Call us on 233 88 266 and have your say.
Moving on, the Chief Executive announced yesterday that starting from September the 23rd, the stock exchange will finally stay open during Typhoon number 8 and black rainstorm alerts. It was mentioned that the stock market has had to shut 11 times since 2018 during typhoons and severe rainstorm warnings, and that this is out of line with international practice. I mean, with electronic trading, stock exchanges all over the world will stay open regardless of the weather. Joining us to discuss this development is Mofis Chan. Mofis Chan is the chairman of the Hong Kong Securities and Futures Professional Association. Good morning, Mr. Chan. Welcome to Backchat.
Good morning, Danny and Philip.
Thank you for joining us. What is your reaction to the latest announcements?
Well, we fully support any policy introduced by the government that can help improve the liquidity of the stock market and strengthen Hong Kong advantage. Regarding the typhoon business suspension arrangement, we actually sent an open letter to the government on the last October listing our virtues and concerns. We believe that the typhoon business suspension arrangement involved multiple sectors, including not only securities firms, but also banks, transportation, computer, information technology, and insurance. At the same time, the industry also faced many operation risks, including credit, market, liquidity, and operation risks. We are particularly concerned about the personal safety risks of the industrial practitioners and the risks to the data security.
So this will allow traders to continue to trade uninterrupted, like even when there's a heavy rainstorm or when there's a typhoon. So how much extra money do you expect investors to, get on a yearly basis because of this?
Pardon, can you say again? Not hear well.
Sorry, we were asking how much extra money do you expect investors to get every year as a result of opening trading floors during extreme weather events?
Well, we cannot to guess how much money could be spent into the system, but we have to make sure everything can be helping us. The exchange will say will have many support to us, but they were saying on the press conference on yesterday, they said they have to take the approval, but we got 400 to 500 securities firms. Did they have enough labor force to make the approval about the extreme weather arrangement?
And trading volume, do you expect trading volume to remain the same, or do you expect it to, to lower on days where there's a typhoon?
Well, on TV interview on last night, I was saying I cannot expect what's going on in the future, but on the past during the COVID, it was going down a little bit. But this is not only say extreme weather opening can be improving to the market. It's a one basket of problem. And what is part of listing? What they're saying is, why do you list it in Singapore? What do something that kind of question? But also facing is high interest rate to make the lower risk investment. Okay, also got the high stamp duty, which make poor competitive to the world. So I don't think rather open market during the extreme weather can be improve the liquidity of the stock market.
But is the trading system, is it actually prepared for this, or does it need any upgrades before we implement this in September?
Obviously have to make many improvements. We are concerning the problem is the internet security. When connecting to the exchange is through by the intranet, but when you work from home, you are connecting to internet. Many hackers happened during the COVID period. Many clients' information, many insider information were leaked during that kind of period. Okay, when the government and exchange requests to opening the market during the extreme weather. So one important question is, make sure the internet security and should be running good during the time. I don't want to see any hacker to make the market not safe.
You also mentioned about make sure the safety of staff during typhoons. Do you mention just before? What is your thinking about that?
The government press con on last night, they say the employer and employee have to negotiate about the guideline under the Labor Department. You know, for the labor side, usually is poor bargaining. They have to change the written employment agreement about that. I don't think it's easy to do it. And also, they say can be upgrade the insurance, but nowadays, even in taxi or the web minibus, also pretty hard to upgrade the insurance. So this is another issue about that.
I'm just curious, Mr. Chan, to know why there was this regulation in the first place. Is it because many years ago it was all the trading was done manually, but rather now it's a lot of times it's automated, and that's why we could actually continue with market trading during extreme weather.
Okay, well, you and me were doing the stock market trading is through by internet or the apps, but actually many staff will stay behind to monitor about that, such like the credit risk and the anti-money laundering and other issues like IT, something like that, have to monitor into the system. So that's why we are not only say, it's easy to doing everything at home, but actually it's involved many labor force into that issue. So when you see the TV news about the stock company, you will see many guys in the dealing room. Also have many other staff behind of them. So this is why we are very concerned to the labor issue, because we are the labor union in the Hong Kong market. So actually, we are pretty hard to saying objection. Nowadays pretty hard to say that kind of word. We are only can say how to make sure for so many issues.
You sound.
I hope you guys can understanding.
But you sound very stressed when we were talking about all the labor issues. I mean, just off the top of your head, do you have any ideas right now where anything that we could do?
Okay. I hope everything going good. This is my very basic baseline about that. Okay, yesterday we talking 5 points. I will not say all of them because due to the time limit, but we are concerning about what is the responsible and what's like if the internet connection got the problem, who will take responsible about that? Belong to the stock market or security firms or in the personal, okay? And other is the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and the SFC and the Hong Kong MA were also issue the notice to the industry, providing the operation guidelines for opening the market under extreme weather and the condition. But the specific requirement and the detail have not been seen yet. It is expected that security firms should be as much as possible within next 3 months, which may pose challenges to our individual and the small and medium-sized firms.
it's the small and medium-sized firms that have the problem, right? I read there's a public consultation exercise, maybe more than 90% of responses supporting, but 10% have concerns. I guess those are the small and medium-sized enterprises you mentioned just now, right?
Yeah, and I can say we are in the 90% of that. Just like what I said, we fully support any policy introduced by the government that can help improve the liquidity. So, well, for today's situation, we just can avoid to reduce any risks about that.
Okay, but for those small firms that have difficulty, there are special arrangements on there until the end of this year. They have a little bit more time to try and make the adjustment. Is that enough? You think that should still be okay?
Well, actually, the small firms also got many problems because for past 20 years ago, they looking for the real estate investment rather than their base business. That's why they are getting lower competitive about that. Okay, what I said before, nowadays 400 to 500 securities focused firm for this exchange can be make a proposal for their system during the extreme weather. This is another big issue. Well, we only can say see for the future.
And also, what other recommendations would you suggest to improve the stock market?
Well, just like what I say, when the IPO listing, we also know many extreme questions from the exchange or SFC. I hope they should reduce or avoid any unnecessary problem. Otherwise, it's very hard to make improvement to the liquidity to the market. Also, what I say is stamp duty. If can reduce more, should be better. And one thing we cannot doing anything is about high interest rate because many money saved into the bank.
So you'd like to see a stamp duty cut would be far more important for you, right?
Yes, nowadays Hong Kong, if let's say 100,000 money is cost around $221 into stamp duty, but in United States only $1 Hong Kong dollar about that. So how to make competitive, isn't it?
That is a very good note to end on. Thank you very much. I really appreciate Moffice Chan, the chairman of Hong Kong Securities and Futures Professional Association, for joining us this morning. Thank you, Philip Wong, as well. Backchat will be back again tomorrow, so join us again tomorrow.